Have you ever been disgusted by the amount of rubbish that lays in the gutters and overflow our rubbish bin?
Ever wondered about how rubbish can affect us? In fact, do we even know what types of effects pollution has on us?
Well, get ready, because that's what we're going to discover. Pollution is a constant threat to the environment that has never been properly disposed of. Yes, we have our Clean Up Australia Day, but that is only focused on one type of rubbish. The environment is constantly battling multiple types of pollutions.
Now we're going to hand over to an environment specialist, Christine Apostolopoulos, who is going to talk to us about the types of pollution we are exposed to subconsciously every day.
Thanks, girls. Littering and neglecting to remove our rubbish is one of the ways pollution is created. Gas emissions are another.
Where do these gas emissions come from?
These gases come from human actions and burning fossil fuels, and they are Australia's two main contributing factors to our air pollution.
How are these gas emissions affecting the environment? What happens when there's too much?
Cities will experience blankets of smoke because of car emissions, and the number of cars are constantly increasing. But that is not the only type of pollution in the city. We experience noise pollution due to traffic that can interfere with the movement patterns of animals.
So, what other types of pollutions do we experience in the city?
Water shortages and waterway pollutants are damaging Australia's rivers and streams, creating destruction of mangroves and wetlands. This also causes water shortages throughout the country and agricultural irritation. Around 1 million seabirds and 100,000 sea mammals are killed by pollution every year. One of Melbourne's biggest features is the Yarra River, and with the threat of water pollution, we have to be cautious that our Yarra is not being affected.
This just shows the damages that pollution can do to the environment. So if you see any rubbish not where it is supposed to be, do the right thing and get rid of it.
Pollution is a serious matter because we are also unprotected from the damage pollution can do.
Well, we have another guest speaker who can tell us the problems that disturb us as well. Here we have Billy Harvey, a toxicologist who specialises in the harm pollution does to us.
Tell us, Billy, what is different about the effects of pollution on us compared to the effect it has on the environment?
Thanks, Emily. There are the same types of pollution, just with slightly different effects. We all know the basic forms of pollution and their effects, like cars will produce smoke, which causes air pollution. Contaminated water and waste that produced from a factory will cause water pollution, and rubbish that is thrown away will be used in land pollution. But the biggest form of environmental damage in the city is air pollution. The definition of air pollution is the introduction of particles, biological molecules, or other harmful materials into Earth's atmosphere, causing disease, damage to other living organisms such as animals and food crops, or the natural or built environment. Now imagine breathing that in every day. Pollution doesn't just infect the environment, it's also infecting us.
Wow, I can actually experience this now. How serious is this? I mean, pollution isn't really talked about that much unless you count the complaining of cigarette smoke.
But air pollution released into the air every day that we breathe in, surely that's serious.
You're right, it is serious. It is the biggest global killer, affecting more than 100 million people. Air pollution is responsible for about 2.5% of all deaths in Australia, and people who live in places with high levels of air pollutants have a 20% higher risk of death from lung cancer than people who live in less polluted areas.
Then what are the long-term effects that pollution has on us?
Long-term effects of pollution can range from respiratory disease, lung cancer, and heart disease. Being unprotected to high levels of particle pollution have been associated with higher incidence of heart problems. Pollution can damage the brain, nerves, liver, or kidney as well.
Do younger children and older citizens have an advanced risk of being affected?
Excessive amount of contact with air pollution damages the lungs of growing children and may intensify medical conditions in the elderly. Women who are pregnant also have a higher risk of lowering their immune and endocrine systems, all the while risking their unborn child's lives.
That's impressive. Thanks, Billy. Now that we know how dangerous pollution is, remember to reduce the amount of rubbish you have and to throw it away properly. Well, that's all the time we have for now. See you next time, and goodbye!